had a plan for today's video, but when I showed up to the location for today's video, I noticed there's an epic flyer, a Takedown, pretty far off in the distance. So I'm going to skip what I was going to do first. I'm going to head over towards this epic dinosaur, and then there is a rare class strike tower that I want to take care of. Then we'll kind of go into more about today's video. Hopefully I make it over there in time before the Takedown despawns. Oh man, so I'm not there yet. But look at this. I also have, what is that, a Dracorex? Man, it is very, very rare that I see two epics at the same time when it's not a sync capsule. In fact, this might be only my second time ever, so completely going away from what today's video was going to be about. And I might have to start running because, like, it's not really that close, and Ophiokodon doesn't matter right now. What matters is Takedown Dracorex. These Takedowns, the flyers, are kind of difficult to get within 50 meters of because they move. And like, you would think that I would be within 50 meters of this. It's so nerve-wracking when you have two epics right next to each other, especially if you don't know when the spawn patterns are. Like at home I know when spawn patterns are and I can kind of plan accordingly, but for here, no such luck. Alright, so actually what I'm gonna do, and I don't really have time to be messing around, but I'm gonna set down my camera somewhere. My Takedown is only level 14, and I just don't see him very often. And I have enough DNA to level up to 15, I just haven't done so because there's really been no reason to. And that's two misses, that's not good. So 142, which is not bad, but now it's time to move on. Hopefully Dracorex is still there, and it is. Dracorex is a little bit of a different story because I have Raja and Kylosaurus still kind of far away, but I think I'm gonna collect some darts. Not that I'll think I'll use 127, but since I'm here I might as well. I do have some good news for you guys. I received patch notes. Yes, version 1.5. Now, I can't say anything about when they're going to be released, and I can't really say anything about what's included other than alliances. But we already knew that. And let's see how close. As soon as I get within 50 meters, I'm just going to launch my drone, and then I'm going to set everything up. So 50 more meters. Apologize about just the extreme brightness there. Obviously the sun is behind me, and I didn't undo my camera tripod from the angle that it was, so I'm holding this really awkwardly right now. But good news about the patch notes. A lot of people have been waiting for this, wanting to know when it was coming out. And while I don't know exactly, boom, that's what I like. Soon, I can tell you that much. I can tell you soon. So, you know, like with other patches, I've often said that, go somewhere in the shade. I've often said that dart everything you can, and that holds true. So you can't ask me what is it that I think you should dart between now and when the patch comes out, but just know that between now and then, I'd probably dart most of the things that you see on a daily basis that you don't dart because you think you have enough DNA for. You probably don't. So here we go. Dracorex. At Rajasaurus, I have over 400 spare DNA. It's an epic class. It's a good dinosaur. The hybrid is significantly better, I would say, but if you don't have the Ankylosaurus to create the hybrid, you could do a lot worse for a counter-strike dinosaur than Rajasaurus. So 111 more is going to put me over 500 extra DNA. And at some point in time, if I choose to make my Rajasaurus, my Raja Ankylosaurus, a higher level, then I've got a good start on that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head back over to this strike tower. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's Race to Victory, so it's Velociraptor. It's raptors, not velociraptors, but raptors with 2 incubators in there. I'm not going to make you guys watch all that, but I definitely want to give you some tips and tricks if you have not already taken this thing down on how to defeat it. Alright, so I went ahead and took out the first 5 levels of this strike tower. No real issues, and to be honest, I did most of it with pretty common dinosaurs, and by pretty common I mean like Stegosaurus here. I would say that that's pretty common. I went with my Tenontosaurus. I put in Kentrosaurus and Tujangosaurus, all because they have the move of superiority strike. And when you're dealing with fast dinosaurs, as we are with this Race to the Finish strike tower, you want to be able to take the lead. Typically, the faster dinosaurs aren't as strong. So what I want to do is, and what's been working for me, if you haven't done this yet, and you're not high level dinosaurs, then this should be a pretty good strat for you. If you're higher level and you just want to knock it out, it's not entirely difficult. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my Thagomizer. It's a 1.5 attack, and it's going to slow down the Dinocheirius pretty significantly if it doesn't just flat out knock it out. If it crits, you're going to knock it out. And my Stegosaurus is level 15, which is what you're going to need to be in order to start working on Stegodius, I believe, anyways, or Stegoceratops, or one of the above. You're going to need to be at level 15. So it's a good goal if you're newer to the game to start working on your Stegosaurus up to level 15. The only real issue that I've had with this strike tower so far is the Ornithorhynchus and the Gallimimus dodging. And you know, I have some trickery that I can use with the swap-in abilities of Tenontosaurus and with Tujangosaurus. The problem is that if I don't ever hit through the dodge, that's a problem. But the immunity on the Tujangosaurus and the immunity on the Ornithorhynchus kind of negate a little bit of what it is that I'm trying to do. Stegosaurus is not going to be able to get the clean sweep here, unfortunately. I would get knocked out if I allowed my Stegosaurus to take another shot here from Ornithorhynchus. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap in, and if it weren't Ornithorhynchus, I would say you could swap in with either Tujangosaurus or Tenontosaurus, because they both have nice swap-in abilities. The swap-in stun is a 66% chance of stunning your opponent. Obviously, it's not going to work in this situation because Ornithorhynchus is immune. But if it's against one of the raptors or something, it works out really, really well. And if you didn't want to use that, you could use the Tujangosaurus to swap in, and what you would end up having is your opponent would be slowed down, which would allow you to go first. And you can kind of take the lead from there as far as like using Thagomizer to go first, using Superiority Strike to go first. Maybe, I don't think I'm going to hit hard enough to knock out my opponent here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap in my Tujangosaurus, and eventually Ornithorhynchus will either have to do hit and run, in which case I'll knock it out, or it just won't dodge on an evasive strike. The good thing with Tujangosaurus is it also has counter attack and the swap in, so you actually get 2 attacks for the price of 1. should be game here, and then I just have one more to go. But as you can see, not really overpowered dinos that I'm using at all. Now, if you're really new to the game, you may not have level 15 of both of these, and so it might not be as easy. But coming off the Soros event that we just had, you know, the rarities, and in fact, you know what? I'm actually not even going to put Kentro in. I'm going to put my Dracorex. And Dracorex doesn't have superiority strike or anything, but it does have a swap-in ability of a swap-in attack. So I'm gonna see if I can't kind of string together some swap-in stuns, some swap-in slows, and a swap-in attack, and get good results. So Takedown is going to, ouch. But what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna try to string together some swap-ins here. So I'm gonna swap in my Dracorex, which is gonna knock out Takedown. Easy peasy. And slowly but surely, I'm starting to build up a team of swap-in abilities. Now, I can't swap in for 2 turns, so let's see if I can survive for 2 turns. Maybe not. May not be able to survive for 2 turns. Although here's a priority. Hopefully it's not too windy, like, hopefully it's not too windy and that you can hear me when I'm talking to you. Now Gallimimus is gonna come in. My swap-in is gone. I'm gonna swap in my 2 Jengasaurus. The reason being is the counter attack, which is gonna give me like a hidden attack onto my opponent. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. 146 isn't really all that great. I think Thagomizer at 1.5 damage is going to be my highest attack. So again with the dodge. Again with the dodge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to swap into my Dracorex here and get the free attack, because I don't see the dodge animation around Gallimimus. Hopefully, and it did, it worked out for me. So there you go. It's I'm kind of excited about swap-ins. I did a video on swap-ins, and I mentioned it before. I think swap-ins, when used properly, when with the right level of dinosaur, and when you can string together the right type of attacks, I think can be a very useful plan of attack, a useful strategy. So here we go. A rare class incubator. 4,500 coins, thank you. Takedown is well on its way to 30,000 additional DNA. Velociraptor, thank you. And that's actually 2 fuses. But I'm not gonna be able to do 2 fuses because I don't have 100. And then Delta. I want to go look at my Indoraptor, because I only have 89 Indominus Rex. So I'm going to get 1 fuse here as I inch closer. 30. I will definitely take 30. And then I'm not going to be able to have enough to do another fuse, because my Indoraptor is going to need, or my Indominus Rex is going to need some more DNA. But what I'm going to do for tomorrow's video, most likely, is we have a new scent capsule. The Raptor scent is available for today plus 5 additional days. So today is Tuesday if you're watching this. So through the rest of the week. And I will pick up a few of those. I will test one out tomorrow. Hopefully get a significant amount of, wow, a significant amount of Velociraptor DNA out of the scent capsule, and be able to do a couple of fusions on my Indoraptor. If you are close to Indoraptor, and a lot of you should be getting pretty close to having Indoraptor unlocked, I would say that the scent capsules are going to be a really nice addition on top of the Halloween capsules that we just came off of. And obviously you can always hunt DNA. And I've got a few dinosaurs here that I'm interested in darting. but they're not really going to add anything to the video, so I will cut this here. Let me know what you guys are most excited about for 1.5. Now I know you don't know a whole lot of details, but you can tell me in the comments below anyways. You can say what you hope is in there, and I'm going to start producing videos on 1.5 maybe tomorrow, but I can't release them until I'm given the green light. But just know that once 1.5 drops, my goal is to have 2 videos ready to go for you on the day that it drops. So that is my plan. That's all I've got for today. So until next time.